So beta third unit of your part A is your ICT skills. First was communication, second was self management, which we have already done, and this is your ICT skills. ICT means information and communication skills. Okay, in this unit we are going to learn about the word processors. What is first of all word processing, and then why these word processors are important. What are the different kinds of word processors that are available in the market, and then how to do the basic operations in your word processors. Then we are going to learn about the spreadsheet softwares that are available, the basic functionalities of those softwares, and in the last we are going to cover the PowerPoint softwares, which are going to give you a space uh, to create digital presentations. Okay, so let us discuss one by one. First is beta word processor. So word processing is very important, and what we mean when we are saying processing a particular word, that means we are creating the digital documents. Okay, and these digital documents can be edited, saved, emailed, printed, shared with so many people once it is created. Okay, so these word processing softwares which are available are MS Office, that means MS Word. Okay, Apple Pages, Google Docs, Open Office Writer we were having in last year. Okay, then we have Corel World Prefect. So all these beta are known as your different digital applications, which will give you platform for creating, editing all these digital documents. So in the same, we are going to discuss how to open, close, save. So to create any digital document, first of all, we have to open that application, and then we have to choose a template or blank document in order to write something. Okay, if you have to open the existing, then you will click on the file menu, a drop down menu will appear, and then you can choose open, you can choose save, you can choose print, everything will be there only. Now what is the difference between save and save as? So save means beta, by default the document will be saved in docx format. Okay, but if you want to change this file format of particular digital document, then you can choose save as also. Okay, so next is beta text editing. So text editing means that whenever you are editing the written text, okay, for example, you want to make your text uppercase, lowercase, sentence case, okay, or you want to just increase the size, the color, anything. Okay, after opening a particular file, whatever editing you are doing, that is known as the text editing. Next is beta word wrap and alignment. Word wrap means that when you are doing this, you don't have to press the enter key to go to the next line. That means if you have defined a particular shape in which your words needs to be wrapped, then it will by default be wrapped in that position only. You don't have to use enter or any kind of other keys to switch to the next lines. Okay, so in the same way, we have alignment options also to align the text. Supposedly you are writing a letter. Okay, so when you are writing a letter beta, that time everything will be left aligned. And suppose you are writing an essay, so you can write the topic of your essay in center, and then you can start writing your essay from the left hand side. So this is known as alignment, and four alignment options are available in your home only. So these are the left, right, center, and justified. Okay, so you can try all these and you can feel the changes it is going to apply, and we have mostly tried this also. Okay, next is bit of font size, type, and face. Font size means when you are increasing or decreasing the size of the characters or the text that is written in your MS Word file. Type. Type means beta there can be bold, italics, strike through, underline, subscript, superscript, any type can be used, right? And face. Beta font face is basically the those fam to these font families are there, and to which family this font face belongs. You can have different writing styles basically. Okay, and these are known as your font faces or font families. Okay, see, one thing I want to make it clear here, as we are going to have MCQ based test only, so I will not and to cram all these steps. You should know the way I am teaching. You should have knowledge about each and everything, that what is the purpose of this particular function in this particular application. Okay, so it's not required that you should always have this that I have to cram these steps, ma'am. You will not ask me these questions also. Okay. Next is beta headers and footers. So headers and footers, like we have discussed recently in MS Word unit, that headers are something that are applied on the topmost bar, and footers are something that are applied on the bottom part of your digital page. Okay, so while you are inserting these headers and footers, what you can do, beta, you can click on the insert tab. So basically, if you have to insert something, you will click on the insert tab. But again, it depends upon different versions of MS Office that you are using. Somewhere you may find the same option not in insert but in somewhere else. So there is one more very important feature in your Word application, that it will give you one option of tell me what you want to do. So when you will click there, a search box will appear. In that search box, you can write directly, and it will not give you the hint also. It will give you directly that setting. So you can click there, you can use that setting. Okay. So insert tab, header or footer, you can choose. There are so many options to choose from. You can choose and then you can apply. Next is bit of autocorrect. Autocorrect means while typing, you may commit grammatical or spelling mistakes. Okay. For spelling mistakes, we have red wavy lines, and for grammatical mistakes, we have blue wavy underlines. Okay. So for this, what we can do, either you can just right click on that particular word and then it will display some kind of similar options for that word, and then choose whatever you wanted to write over there. Okay. And what else you can do there, you can click on the review tab, then in the proof you will find this autocorrect. Okay. Then you can open this dialog box will be opened, and then you can ignore it. You can go to the next sentence, you want to change it. Okay. So everything can be done over there only. Okay. So which tab will be used for using autocorrect feature? Review. Okay. Next is beta numbers and bullets. As you know that only not only in ppts, these numbers and bullets are basically used when you have to write pointers. In the points you have to write, and generally it is always suggested to write in points only, whether it is your answer sheet or whether it is any digital document, whether it is digital presentations. So these are very important. Now again, MS Word will give you options to choose the custom bullets. That means image of your choice can also be your bullet. I hope you all must have tried, and if not, please try this, because it is something that will again give your digital document a attractive feel. Okay. So beta, whenever you are doing all these things that I ask you to prepare some kind of file or these things, so you should try these things in order to make your project very creative. Okay. So numbers can be used or bullets can be used. Creating tables. Yes. See, every time we cannot use spreadsheets for tables, right? Although spreadsheet will give you tabular structure, but it will only give you tabular structure. So when you want that, supposedly you are a judge in some function and you have to write your speech, and within your speech you have to insert a table where you will be writing the names of all the winners in different areas. Okay. So for this, after writing some paragraphs of your speech, you have to insert a table, like first, then you have to mention the which game or which event, then the winner. So for this, what you can do, you can click on the insert tab. Okay. And then beta, you can either hover your mouse on the cells which are already given. This will by default select the number of rows and columns in your table, or you can now specify the number of rows and columns, then the table will be inserted. Now one thing to notice here, that whenever a new object will be inserted in your MS Word, that time a new tab will appear, that is your format tab. And when I'm talking a new object, that means I'm talking about either any table is inserted, shape is inserted, picture or image, clip art, all these things are inserted. That means anything other than text is inserted in your document. That means it is going to open a format new tab, and in which you will get n number of styles options to choose the different styling styles for your object. So next is beta password protection. Password protection means that we are going to, protect it. So for this, you can click on the file tab, click on info, then protect document option, and then encrypt with password. One thing you have to remember here, that when any digital document is protected with a password, if you forget it, or if anyone else without having that password tries to open it, it can never be recovered. So it is always advised that whenever you are doing these things, you should always write these password in somewhere which is safe. Okay, so in your personal diary or anywhere, so that it can be recovered. All right, next is bit of printing. Printing is as simple as that, and a form where you can take a hard copy of your digital document. Okay, for this, either you can click on the file tab and then click on the print option. It will give you print preview. Print preview is what better, that when you can see the changes, you can see the actual copy in computer only, that what is going to be printed, how it will come in one page or in two pages. You can do some printing settings also. Okay, so all these things. One very simple step is you can press Control P and the same preview will appear, and then you can press enter in order to give your print command. Next is find and replace. It is very important feature of your Word, that sometimes while writing, what we do is we are, doing something wrong. Maybe the spelling was wrong and it was not corrected by us seeing the red baby lines also. So what we can do, we can find a particular word, or if you want to delete some things, a particular word from the whole text, then we will click on the this home tab only beta. In editing group you will find this find and replace, or you can simply press Control plus F. And when I'm saying plus, then it doesn't mean literally you have to enter, you have to press the addition key, the plus key. You just have to press Control and then F. Okay, so when you are doing this, it will give you again a search box where you can write the name which you want to search. It will give you all the occurrences of that particular word in your document, and then you can replace it, right? Next is page numbering. Again, as I told, that page numbers can be inserted in headers and footers, whatever you feel like. Like supposedly you are comfortable in the footer of your book, or if you are comfortable on the top, so it depends. But page numbers will be inserted in header and footer section only. Next is saving. So after doing all these changes, after doing styling of your document, you can save it, right? Now in your MS Word unit, what extra we have learned apart from this unit, that how to insert objects, what all options we are going to get once we are, entering any particular object. Then I have shared, one digital document with you where I have shown you that a paragraph is there, how to insert the margins. Okay, margins are basically the space between the text and the corner of your digital document in all four sides. Okay, so margins are applied on four sides. And then indent is basically again the distance between your alphabet, that means the text, as well as the side only. Indents can custom, like if you want to do the custom indentation, then what you will do, you will apply it on the first line only. Okay, and indents can be applied in left or right only. Okay, and if you have to custom margins also, then also you can use. And then beta, we talked about that how to insert different characters, spatial characters, how to insert images, and then images inserted with the help of online libraries. Okay, then we talked about that how to, link, embed, link, as well as OLE, object linking and embedding. Okay, that also we have learned. Okay, so all these things were extra. So that simply means that when I'm talking about ICT skills, I'm not asking or telling you that you can skip those 2 units. Okay, the contents of these units are different. Now here, as I'm displaying one MCQ, we can discuss over here. Let us discuss third one. What part of word interface moves forward with text being entered? So status bar, title bar, or insertion pointer. Naturally your insertion pointer is going to move forward once you are writing something. All right, so beta these kind of questions you should see. I'll be sharing book the PDF, and I'll be giving you assignments also, so you can relate to the contents. Next is application. Spreadsheets, as you know, that it is a tabular format. It is made up of rows and columns. Horizontal ones are your rows, vertical ones are your columns. And again, we have various spreadsheet applications like OpenOffice Calc, okay, and LibreOffice Calc was there. GN Numeric also is there. WPS Office is there. Google Sheets are also there, okay, and MS Excel is also there. So basically, again, we have to discuss that we have to insert, we have to open, okay, resize the font. So all these options will be available in your home tab only. You can choose all this. We have discussed these one by one, okay, previously only. Now, copying and moving also, you know that you can copy it and then you can move it. Next is filtering and sorting. This I want to share few things in Excel only. So beta, I am opening one Excel sheet here. I have written some data over here so that we can discuss sorting, filtering, some few functions I'll be discussing with you. Okay. So let us first understand what is sorting. Okay. But a sorting is basically a feature where we are going to arrange our data either in ascending or descending order. Okay. Now we can select whole column also. Okay. I have selected C column. I'll click on the data because I'm going to do something with my data only. So here I'll find the sort and filter group. So when I'm clicking on this sorting, and if you have selected the whole column, so everything, every data in this will be sorted, whether it is written, the text, fruits also. As you can see here, now fruits has came down. All these numbers are sorted ascending to descending, right? Now, if what I'll do for custom formatting, beta, that I will be selecting only these cells. Okay. Now here I'll be applying either, okay, it is already, now I'm applying ascending order. As you know that I'll be using this ascending and descending, then it will ask me this, that you want to change the, you know, expansion or the sorting feature on different, because if I'm changing this, then simply it has to change here also because this is serial number. Okay. Now if I want to change it, now you can see the date sorting is applied, but now here also it is applied. Okay. So you have to see this, how these sorting features and these things will be done. Okay. Now next is bit of filtering. For filtering, you have to click on this filter, and as you can see, as I have clicked here, you will see a drop down menu. These buttons have appeared over here. Okay. So when you will click anywhere, then you will see all the data that is already contained here. Okay. So for example, if I'm clicking here, now these options are here. If I'm deselecting 60 and 70 and okay, so now you will see only 3 rows remained, right? So, and that data is not deleted. Now again, if see here, the filter option have came. Now if I'm clicking again, if I'm selecting 60 and 70 again, then they will come. So that means while I'm performing filtering option, the data which is, you know, the data which is not appearing on your screen is not deleted, it is just hidden, and then you can bring that data back. Okay. So this is your sorting and filtering. Now if I'll click here again, then this drop down menus will disappear also. Okay. So in this way you can apply sorting and filtering feature, right beta? Next is, after this we are going to discuss that how to apply the different options of your formulas and functions. Okay. So as I have discussed with you that every formula will start with an equals to symbol. Okay. Now supposedly if I have to add B, C, D here. Okay. So what I'll write is equals to, I can either write B4, it is B4 only. Okay. Now as I have written a cell reference, or I have written a cell address B4. So it is selected. Now I'll put a plus symbol. Then I'll be writing C4. It is also selected. Then I'll put one more plus. Then I'll be writing D4. Okay. In this way, These three are selected, and when I'm pressing enter, I'll get 140. Why, beta? Because it has given me the sum of these three cells. Okay. Now next way of doing the same thing is that I'll be writing is equals to, then I'll write the function name, that is sum. Okay, then I'll put the parenthesis. In this I'll be writing b5, this is b5, sorry, b5. Okay, and then I'll be defining the range to d5. As you can see, it is highlighted over here. I'll close this bracket and then I'll put enter, and then you can see the result, that is 150. So 80 plus 20 is your 100, 100 plus 50 is your 150. All right. So now these are the ways by which I'm going to use these functions. But what happens if I have to use the functions directly from the formula tab? So I have to select this. You can select a particular row. Now, as you can see, I have selected this particular row, that is B7, C7 and D7. Okay, and I want the result in E7. Then I'll click on this formulas tab, and as you can see, we have so many formulas over here. AutoSum is basically the fastest way of calculating the sum of the numbers. Okay, so I'll click AutoSum, and then I'll be getting the number addition over here. Okay, but here it has selected A7 to C7. Okay, so the answer has came this. But if you want to select only these three, then what you will do, beta, again AutoSum 200 came. Okay, so sometimes it happens that by mistakenly it takes the previous value also, but here as you can see it was correct. 90 plus 60 plus 50 is your 200. Now again, if I have to do the same thing here in this, let us try something else. Let us calculate max over here. Okay, so max is 80. Among 20, 80 and 50, we have maximum of 80. These are the functions that are already available in your Excel software. You can use all these softwares in order to do the calculations. Okay, so next topic we are going to discuss is, beta, password. So here let me show you how you can password protect this data. Okay, I'll click on this file, and you know that it was there only, then you have to click on info, right? And the same procedure will be followed in your MS Word also. Okay, so I'm clicking on your info. Now the first option is only your protect. Okay, so I'm going to protect it, then encrypt with password. So I'm going to write a password. Let me write a password here, and caution is already given. If you lose or forget the password, it cannot be recovered. That I have told you before also, beta. Okay, it is advisable to keep a list of passwords and their corresponding document names in a safe place. All right, and always remember these passwords are again case sensitive, so you should always see whether the caps lock is on or something like that. So now I have protected it with password, so nobody so it will ask me to re-enter it. Done. Okay, so now password is done. And if I have to remove this, then I just have to click here. Okay, and then I have to click here, then I'll be oh, okay, so now I'm erasing this. Okay, so this is your way how you can select or deselect the different options. Right now I'm coming back over here only. Then next is, beta, in the same way how to print a spreadsheet. Okay, what you can do, see children, here we are having lines, but when we will print it, it doesn't mean that these lines will be printed. These are only for your convenience. So what you can select these things and then you can apply borders. Okay, so when you are using these borders, what you will do, you will end up just giving the tabular structure to your data only, right, beta? So I'm going to apply the borders over here so that it will it will appear very nice. So here in the home tab only I'm having this border option. So you can choose the borders. Now I want to choose all borders, that means in between and then external also. So see, done. So now if I'm going to print it, I'll press Ctrl plus P. This option will come, and this is your print preview. Okay, so print preview means this in this way it will be applied. Now if you want to increase the font size, you can go back. Okay, you can select these again, and you can edit your text, like you can increase. I was talking about this A beta, it is to increase and it is for decreasing. So if you want to increase, you can increase the size. Okay, so when you are doing this, what you are going to do, you are actually going to increase the size of your cells and the data. Now if I'm going to print it, let us click on the file. Okay, then I'll click on print. This will be your print. Now okay, again see, I can see here that vegetables are not coming properly. So I'll go again, I'll select this. Now I'll do this so that these all will come like this. Now let us print this. So print preview will give you the ideas. Okay, in this way you can print your data. So this was all about your ICT applications, spreadsheets. Okay, the concepts of your spreadsheet I have covered in your this Excel only beta. Okay, so these all can be done. Now one thing is more, that is conditional. Okay, so conditional formatting is basically one method of inserting the data. Okay, so I can select the row, I can select the column, I can select any, and then you can click on this conditional formatting. You can highlight the cell rules like greater than, smaller than. Okay, so if I have to select less than, then I can write less than 100. Okay, and then I can set that I want to highlight it with red border. Okay, as you can see, red colored border is applied to those cells which are more than 100, and here you have only black line. Why? Because it is less, it is more than 100, and for those which are less than, these are red in color. So this is known as your conditional formatting. Based on some, you are formatting it in this in this particular column. If I'm changing it, that the conditional formatting, as you can see, supposedly I want to highlight these cell rules like this, equals to. Okay, if there is any data which is equals to 80, I want to highlight it with, I want to green fill with dark green text. Okay, now you can see here beta, there is nothing. Okay, nothing happened over here. Now if I'm selecting these all four lines, then what will happen here? Okay, I just want to highlight the cell rules which are greater than 30, and I have to fill it with the red text only. Okay, so now everything is 30 only, so no changes will be applied. So these conditional formatting are basically only to give you the essence of kind of filtering only. That means you are, you know, you have to pass a certain criteria for doing any kind of operation. Okay beta, and then format a table, and now you can do all these things, you can change it. Okay, after selecting, you can just print it also. Okay, and if you don't have the colored printer, again it will come in your black color only. Okay, here we have auto sum feature also, fill, clear, all these things are again here. Here we have find and select. Okay, so please explore all these options and then become excel in your computer applications. Thank you so much everyone.